Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another large block ship. Now this is not quite a mining ship, but more of a all-in-one survival ship, and it's called the CBC Iron Nugget, which is this lovely thing I'm currently standing on over this ominous pit I found on planet Pertam. So what this is, it's a large block ship that features a full-scale refinery, an assembler, we've got drills at the front, survival kits, and a small little interior for you to walk around. Pressing F10 and finding this in the spawn menu, the CBC Iron Nugget is 313 large blocks using the Heavy Infantry Warfare 2 and Decorative Block DLC pack. We've got a little bit of information about the ship, as well as what it was designed for, and then the specifications and the build components, which I absolutely love to see when people do that. So give this thing a thumbs up, move around towards the very front, we'll have a quick look around the outside, a quick look at the interior, and then we'll go and give it a whirl around this area, and that'll be that. So at the very front, this is what we get. So we can see 4 drills, which are good enough to do surface mining. This ship cannot go all the way through a mountainside or through an asteroid. You will have to dig out a hole if you want to achieve that. But surrounding all of that, we've got some lovely black steel blocks to make up the main body of the ship. And as we were to move around onto the side, this is all we can see. So we've got one hell of a lot of hydrogen thrusters all throughout the ship, and that is the only form of thruster that appears on this ship, so are good for pretty much everywhere. We've got some great use of our piston heads, our window block is covering up a battery right there. We do have an access point for our hydrogen tank right behind this hydrogen thruster, which is sitting in a passage. We've got a lovely little window block to land ourselves down on to get in through that hatch. And that's our only way in and out of this ship, and it is nice the creator has put a little platform there. Quite a few ships just have a doorway that require you to jetpack, go all the way through. On the side there is one of 2 connectors, dock this thing up, unload everything you've got, and of course if you wanted to, eject everything out. Going towards the back there, even more hydrogen thrusters. There's some nice use for our beam blocks, just covering up the back of our hydrogen thrusters, and to act as a bit of decoration. Coming around towards the very back, this is what's going to push us around, so we've got 4 hydrogen thrusters, and we can see the bottom of a beacon to make sure we can always find this thing. Moving all the way up and above, that is what we get, so we can see even more hydrogen thrusters. There is our full-scale refinery, so we can refine pretty much everything in the game. That's been covered up by some window blocks in the middle there. Then moving all the way along, we do have another window block to sit ourselves down on, but instead of having a doorway to get in, we've got an access point for our cargo containers, which is a very nice stuff. If you just need to pull out a few bits and bobs, say you made a few steel plates, need to repair this thing up, you're a bit rough while mining, you can easily access that without going inside. Continuing towards the front there we go. Another window to peer inside the ship, and that's where I'm standing at the very front. Just dropping down and coming underneath it, this is all we can see, so we can see our curved conveyors linking everything together with a catwalk in the middle. We then got some more hydrogen thrusters. We can see a solar panel underneath. Now you might be thinking that's quite an odd placement to have it underneath a ship, but it does make sense. This ship works even better while in space, and when you're in space, this solar panel can catch some sunlight every now and again to recharge your batteries. Right next to it is an oxygen tank. Over here, even more hydrogen thrusters. Then at the back, there is our beacon. And there we go. That's a very brief look around the outside of the CBC Iron Nugget, and does look fantastic for how it's all been set up. It's a very large ship, very useful ship. Now it's time to go inside. So grabbing hold of my character, coming over this lovely window block, right over here, excusing the lag spike because something probably spawned in the distance. We can now open up this doorway, and we come on inside. So there's no double door for an airlock, so do be aware of that. But this is what we get and what we're instantly greeted with. So we can see our air vent to make sure we don't suffocate while on the inside. And behind us is an access point for our cargo container to manually load stuff in and out. Looking down, there we go, looking up. Then just walking around here, there's our ore detector to find all of our precious resources. There's an access point for our refinery. Just looking up and around the room. And there we go. Going towards the front, we then got some more access points if we needed. And then on the opposite side, here's our survival kit, which can help out while refining. But of course, we're going to use this to recharge ourselves, and of course to respawn on. Coming over to here, here's the window we saw at the very front. We got a good view all the way up. Then at the front, here is the cockpit to get inside and control it. So we've only got 3 controls on this ship, with number 1 being for control for our drills with our mouse, number 2 is for our hydrogen thrusters all the way around the ship, and then number 3 is for our hydrogen engine on and off, which we don't really need while flying around. It's only going to be when we're refining and assembling at the same time. And there we go. Moving around, we are going to be quite slow moving up. That is going to be because of planet Pertam. Moving down, I'm not going to do that because I'm not sure if I can slow myself down in time. We are pretty quick. Moving left, that's what we get. Nice respectable speed with that. That's what's going right. Moving forwards, there we go, we've got some nice speed thanks to those hydrogen thrusters. And then as for slowing down, we are a little bit slower than moving forwards, but it's perfectly fine at the end of the day. And if we do get into a bit of a pickle, you can always do a 180, got plenty of gyroscope control to try and slow us down a bit quicker using our rear thrusters. But as for that, what we're going to do is now mine up some of this rock around us. So coming all the way up to this rock, I'm going to start mining it. Like I said earlier, we're not going to be able to go all the way through, so we are going to be surface mining, which is perfect for asteroids. So here we go, that's what that looks like. We just go all the way up to it. And you can see what I mean by not being able to go all the way through because of the bottom section of the ship. But if you were to use a right mouse to make a big hole, then you will be able to go all the way through, so you have that option if you need it. So I just finished up doing a bit of mining to see what our containers can handle. So each of the small containers can hold up to 42,000 stone, which is always nice to see. We can actually move that across to get a bit more. I think the refinery was turned on for a little bit of that. Yes, we can carry a nice lot of stuff in all of these containers. What I am going to do now is just turn on that refinery, and we're going to fly this thing around just a little bit. Now, as you can see, we are extremely heavy while moving up, but once again, this is planet Pertam, and the gravity is going to be greatly affecting that. If you're in space, it shouldn't be any problem whatsoever, and if you're on a planet, the refinery will quickly chew through all of those rocks. As you can see, we're getting faster and faster and faster, and lighter. Yes, moving this thing around, this is what we get now. We are a little bit slower than we were before, but it's still perfectly fine at the end of the day, and I think we are back to maximum speed, or as fast as we're going to get, so all the stone should have been refined. Nope, there is a little bit left. We'll go and move that across there. There we go. And yes, there we are. So it's a lovely little ship if you are looking for, say, a mobile base in your world. I would classify this as a mining ship, but it does offer pretty much everything you need to survive in survival mode, and of course to build everything. We've got a large scale refinery on here, we've got a big assembler, and of course we've got our survival kit. The only thing really missing on this is guns, but you can add them on yourself if you need that kind of protection. But at the end of the day, it does do what it says on the tin, and it is a very handy ship and looks great. So there'll be a link to in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do, because it is a lovely little ship. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.